And at this time, I'd like to bring forth our superintendent, Mr. Michael Thurmond. But before I bring Mr. Thurmond forward, now if there's ever a David in DeKalb County School District, we all know who it is. This man has slewed many giants than any superintendent we've ever had. Although there are many smooth stones, I will name 5 stones that he has accomplished. One was to eliminate the budget deficit, restore DeKalb County School District off probation, increase student achievement through growth, which we call our GAM, growth and achievement. He reached settlement with the biggest lawsuit in the history of DeKalb County School District, and he restored cost of living. He restored cost of living raise for the first time in 6 years and eliminated all furlough days for teachers. At this time, I'd like Mr. Michael Thurmond to come forward.
Hello, sir. Good to see you guys.
Thank you. First, I want to thank Dr. Thompson for the kind words of introduction and to thank her for her leadership as the Deputy Superintendent over school leadership. I want to thank Dr. Johnson for his constant counsel and support, as well as the members of the Board of Education, and I want to welcome our 2 members who are now Board of Elect. And I want to first and foremost thank you for all that you have done, working with our council of PTAs, working with our teachers and other stakeholders. I think it can be said without any reasonable doubt that at the most critical moment in the history of the DeKalb County School District, the men and women in this room and beyond rose to what some thought was a challenge that could not be overcome. As I stood in the back listening and engaging this moment, I could not help but feel a sense of true pride in you in terms of what you have done and what you have accomplished. David and Goliath by Gladwell is currently my favorite book. And I hope you all followed through on Dr. Thompson's assignment. There will be a pop quiz on, no, I'm just kidding, relax, I'm not gonna do that. But it's an interesting look, a unique one, at how we face challenges. It's how you have faced challenges here in DeKalb County. Because you know, if through my mind's eye we could bring David from ancient times to 2014, I can tell you that at the moment David stepped forth, all the polls said that what? He had no chance. I can tell you without any reservations in my mind's eye that in 2014, all the bloggers spoke the most harsh and negative terms about him, about his qualifications, and about the fact that he had no chance, just like they have done for DeKalb County. But David had something. He had what you all have. Number one, he had faith. You all have faith in public education. And you know that public education is transformative. David had what you have, which is courage. And all courage is the ability to overcome your fears, to go places where others will not dare. Everyone can talk about somebody ought to do something about public education. Somebody ought to do something about those poor children. Somebody ought to do something about that group of children. But you are the men and women who get up every day and actually try. David was surrounded by naysayers. He was inundated by negativity. They told David, you'll never get off probation. They told David that you're broke and you will always be broke. They told David that your children can never achieve and grow. They told David you have nothing of worth that should be preserved or protected. And I'm in a school, but the devil has been, is, and will always be what? A liar. I'll be back later in the week. I will finish my lecture. I will provide you with a gift if between now and then I can secure it for each and every one of you that you will be able to use any day, anywhere, anytime. And I want to thank you for what you all were able to accomplish on the standardized assessments at the elementary and the middle and the high school level. In a few minutes, you will see it for yourself. The numbers do not lie. You did it. You did it because you rose to the challenge. Say a prayer for my lovely wife. We're facing major health issues. She said, Michael, don't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Say a prayer for her, okay? But more importantly, you're going to teach these children in a few weeks. You're going to lead the teachers, right? And don't ever let anybody take you back where we were. Don't you go back there, because I will always follow DeKalb. I'll always love DeKalb. I'll always have it deep in my heart. And I want to thank you, Dr. Johnson, for allowing me to come to DeKalb at this critical moment. You know, David went running into the valley where no one else would go, right? And I remember when the board called me that day, and I was so impressed. One Saturday morning, I'm sitting there watching cartoons, and SpongeBob kind of cool, but anyway, I'm sitting there watching cartoons and I get this call and it ring. I'm going to speak to Michael Thurmond. I said, this is he. He said, excuse me, do you want to be the superintendent of DeKalb County Schools? I said, maybe. And I hung up the phone and I said, you know what? This is so cool. They have asked me to come to lead the third largest school district in the state of Georgia. I get over to the board and I found out that the first 8 people they asked said no.